Welcome class 10 to the continuation of Act 3, Scene 5, which has been taking place in the garden of Portia in Belmont. So we have been doing how Lorenzo remarks at Lancelot's ability to show his wisdom by using words with double meaning at every opportunity. He tells him to try to understand a simple man who speaks plain language. Now, see, children, I've already told you that in this scene, the character of Lancelot changes from that of an ignorant practical joker to that of a more refined jester. And he resembles a court fool here. And he also reveals his skills in punning words, giving double meaning to each word, so that even Lorenzo admits that the fool Lancelot has filled his mind with quite a stock of fine words which are ready to use to suit any occasion. So now let us begin from where we left yesterday. And as Lancelot has gone inside the house, as Lorenzo has been asking him to prepare dinner, to tell the servants to prepare so that they should come in. So Lancelot says that as for their coming to dinner, it depends on their mood and fancy, and he cannot bid them to do anything because after all he is a servant. Now he goes inside, he exits. Lancelot has gone inside, and Lorenzo remarks, "Oh dear discretion, how his words are suited. The fool hath planted in his memory an army of good words, and I do know many fools that stand in better place, garnished like him, that for a tricksy word defy the matter." Tell here, children. So now he remarks at his ability to play with the words, to pun with the words, and say, "Oh dear discretion." Discretion here means the ability to distinguish. He is surprised, Lorenzo really surprised at Lancelot's ability to distinguish different meanings of a word in order to suit his purpose. So he says how his words are suited. His words are really suited to suit his purpose. The fool means Lancelot hath planted in his memory. Lancelot has stored. He has got such a big vocabulary, an army of words. Army of good words means a stock of fine words. He is furnished with a stock of fine words, and Lorenzo says that I do know many fools that stand in a better place. He says, I'm acquainted, I know that there are so many people like Lancelot, because Lancelot is such a wise fool. It is also a figure of speech if I say wise fool, oxymoron. Two opposites taking together. He is a wise fool, fool who is wise. Because I know many such people who stand in a better place, means who have a better position. Perhaps he is referring to the professional fools in those days, court jesters in the courts of the kings. And he says, I know people like Lancelot belong to a better place, that they should belong to the court of king, where garnished like him, who are furnished with a stock of words like him, for a tricksy word, who can confuse the meaning of the word, and they can defy the matter. They can confuse the meaning of what they are saying. Pun on the words quickly, so they are witty, they are intelligent. After that, he, leaving the subject of Lancelot, he asks Jessica's opinion about Portia. He says, how cheerest thou, Jessica? Jessica, how are you? Are you happy here in Belmont? Now, good sweet, say thy opinion. How dost thou like the Lord Bassanio's wife? And sweet wife, I want to know your opinion. How do you find Portia, Lord Bassanio's wife? What is your opinion about her? Now, of course, Jessica is also mesmerized. She is also full of admiration for Portia. She has seen the ready wit of Portia, the beauty of Portia, and the way Portia handled the situation just before. And so she is past, she says it's past all admiration, past all words, past all expressing. It is beyond expressing. It is very meet the Lord Bassanio live an upright life. So she gives her opinion. She says, it is now very meet. It is only proper that Lord Bassanio should lead an honorable life now, because for having such a blessing in his lady, he find the joy of heaven here on earth, because he is blessed with such a lady as Portia. He should now, because being blessed with such a beautiful and well equipped lady like Portia, it is only proper for Lord Bassanio now to lead an upright, honorable life, because he find whatever joys one should find in heaven here on earth itself. And if on earth he do not mean it, then in reason he should never come to heaven. So what Jessica means to say is, as she is expressing her admiration for Portia, she says that Bassanio should lead an upright life because he has such a blessing in his wife Portia, and he has the joys of heaven here on earth. He has found the joys of heaven on earth itself, and now if he does not value these joys while on earth, he does not deserve to expect the happiness in heaven. Then she gives in an example. She says, why, if two gods should play some heavenly match, and on the wager lay two earthly women, and Portia won, there must be something else pawned with the other, for the poor rude world hath not her fellow. So she goes beyond all limits, exclaiming, admiring the beauty and qualities of Portia. She says, if there were two gods who would lay a bet, if two heavenly gods were to play a game and they would stake two earthly women as the outcome of the contest, as the prize of the contest, and if Portia is one of these women, then there would have to be something else which needs to be added to the other woman to make the stakes equal. Because in this rude world, in this poor rude world, there is impossible to find any other woman who can be equal to Portia in all her qualities. So see, she has been expressing her thoughts, her admiration for Portia. Now Lorenzo now starts teasing her. He says, even such a husband has thou of me, as she is for a wife. He says, yes, you too have in me a husband. You find in me a husband who has all these great qualities which Portia has as a wife. All the great qualities one will find in Portia as a wife, all those great qualities you will find in me as a husband. Jessica starts, they are laughing now, teasing each other. Nay, but ask my opinion too of that. She says, why are you giving your own opinion? Let me ask my opinion about that also, as you are asking my opinion about Portia. Lorenzo, I will anon. First, let us go to dinner. He's laughing, says, yes, soon I will give you the chance to give your opinion. But first, let us go inside the house to have our dinner. Jessica, nay, let me praise you while I have a stomach. Again, she's joking. She says, no, let me give my opinion for you. Let me praise you while still have the inclination to do so. Lorenzo says, no, pray thee, let it serve for table talk. Then, however thou speakest, among other things, I shall digest it. So, he's laughing. He says, he knows that she is going to sarcastically put in and criticize him. He says, no, I request you, let your opinion about me, let your praise about me be served at the table talk, as a conversation while we will be at the table. It should be served like food. Then howsoever thou speakest, then no matter what you speak about me, among other things, I will be able to digest your criticism along with my food. Jessica, well, I will set you forth. So it has a double meaning here. She challenges him. She says, okay, let it be so. Means, let my praise of you be served as the subject of conversation over dinner. So howsoever means, however. So see, I will set you forth, meaning both the double meaning is set you forth means talk about your qualities as well as put you in your place. Means I am going to talk about your qualities at the dinner while having dinner, and I will put you in your right place. She's challenging him. I will show you where you belong, what are your real qualities. So now with that we come to the end of Act 5. Act 3 Scene 5. This completes our Act 3 Scene 5. That is, Act 3 is completed now. So kindly go through all those scenes and do your work in your workbooks. Till then, goodbye.